Every once in a while, there's a moment in history where both sides of the political aisle wake up. Like in 2016 when Trump called the Iraq War a mistake. Listen.
You said you were surprised that Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi didn't try to impeach him. You said, quote, which personally I think would have been a wonderful thing, close quote. When you were asked what you meant by that, you said, for the war. For the war. He lied. He got us into the war with lies. Do you still believe President Bush should have been impeached?
The war in Iraq, we spent $2 trillion, thousands of lives. We don't even have it. Iran is taking over Iraq with the second largest oil reserves in the world. Obviously, it was a mistake.
So
George Bush made a mistake. We can make mistakes, but that one was a beauty. We should have never been in Iraq. We have destabilized the Middle East.
Well, that was the moment the levee broke, when the anywhere liberals and conservatives realized there's really no right and left. It's more establishment and everybody else. And while a lot of the country had an epiphany, the power players in Washington, they didn't change. Nancy Pelosi is still Nancy Pelosi, and the left isn't having it now.
Aren't you supposed to be part of the indictment tomorrow? You're a war criminal by definition, Miss Pelosi. You got some nerve. Is that why you're here in Manhattan? Is that why you're here? Because you're getting indicted tomorrow, you war criminal? How many people have died in your name? How many people have died because of Iraq? All of you forgot about Iraq? Get out of here! Iran, Libya, Syria.
Dodd-Frank was always never going to work. If we don't deal with the $600 trillion in derivatives, then there's no chance for this economy. Don't you see it all failed? None of it worked.
And then you land your plane in Taiwan. We want a war with China at the same time. We want to all have nuclear bombs dropped on our heads. We live in Manhattan.
I have to ask you to leave. Thank you.
And Nance isn't the only Democrat getting yelled at by the left. AOC and Hakeem Jeffries got crushed over Ukraine, and now they're coming for Pelosi.
You know, Pelosi, that's a very good place for you in the depths of hell, because for some reason you have a very bad obsession of getting us into war. Hey, why is it that you did not admit that there were no WMDs in Iraq? You lied us into a war in Iraq. You got us into an invasion of Afghanistan. Now over 90% of those people are impoverished and are dying. Why don't you tell the truth about Nord Stream? Why did we destroy Nord Stream? People like you should be arrested. You are a war criminal.
Hey, Congresswoman, I came to see a warmonger, but you're a sad old drunk.
Get out.
What happened?
Get out.
When you went to Taiwan, were you looking for Ukraine? Did we blow up the Nord Stream on accident or on purpose? Did you know about that?
We're the only ones covering this. Primetime. That's it. The New York Times didn't cover this massive outburst in their own city with their own columnist. That was little Paul Krugman up there. So how much longer until the levee breaks in the media? Charlie Hertz, a Fox News contributor. This was suppressed. This is a big event with Krugman and Nancy, and she just got shellacked, and they blacked it out. Why?
Yeah, because I don't think I'm overstating this. I think that this issue is going to wind up being the most important issue in the 2024 election.
Which issue?
The issue of the war. And if you look back over the past 20 years, no issue has defined, particularly Democrat politics, more than the issue of war. And obviously, we saw it in 2016 with Donald Trump. I mean, he rolled a lot of hand grenades into the Republican Party.
Rough.
But that was probably the most devastating one. But this issue, and it's completely going under the radar, this issue of war, the fact that you have a president in Biden, a Democrat, who started a war in Ukraine and is funding tens of billions of dollars for it. Regular Democrat voters are not down for this stuff. And if you look back at, what happened in 2004, John Kerry lost. The reason he lost is because he voted for the war. In 2008, why did Barack Obama beat Hillary Clinton? He beat her because he didn't vote for the war,
Right.
and she did vote for the war. This has absolutely snared Democrat
So
politicians.
you're saying momentum will build eventually for this Ukraine thing to be toxic for Democrats?
I think without a doubt. And if you look at, and it's sort of the reverse of the Iraq war. In Iraq, you had Republicans who were lined up 100% behind this thing. In Ukraine, it's kind of iffy.
It's
They're not.
split.
Democrats in Congress are 100% behind this thing. They own this thing, lock, stock, and barrel, and they're not paying attention to their voters, and their voters don't support this.
So what happened to that disconnect between members of Congress on the Democratic side and their anti-war left voters?
I honestly think they got sucked into the whole, the war machine in Washington. There's a lot of money. You get sucked up into that, and the donors, the
contracts,
all of them, and the lobbyists, and they lose sight of those people that are that are protesting there. Those are not plants.
No.
Those are Democrat voters, and they're the same Democrat voters who walked around with George W. Bush hung in effigy, or in Dick Cheney in a prison outfit.
Right.
During
the same people. They're just a little grayer and a little angrier.
But they speak for a lot of people.
They do. How big of a voice is this anti-war crowd?
Well, it's not much of a voice because nobody covers it.
But in terms of like raw number, what percentage do you think are people that agree with this?
I bet you would be. I would not be surprised if you didn't have 50% of Democrats.
15 or 50?
50% of Democrat
They never
voters.
say anything, though. They don't even have the flags up anymore.
Yeah, but the loudest people, all the people on Twitter, they love the Ukraine war.
How about Krugman? How about he just sat there twiddling his thumbs like a real man?
I think he was scared. I think the look on his face was like, just take her, don't touch me.
He's going to tell everybody tomorrow he was in a war zone.
Plus, she's tougher than him. I mean,
he is.
Could you imagine getting into a fist fight with
Nancy could beat the piss out of Paul Krugman.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Charlie Hurt, thank you so much.
Great to see you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.